There comes a moment in life when everything feels still. Not peaceful, not chaotic, just still. Like the world is moving, people are laughing, roads are busy, and plans are unfolding. But you're sitting quietly inside a paused frame, not knowing which direction you want to go. Not because you're lazy, not because you're ungrateful, but because you don't know what you want anymore. Do you remember when life used to feel clear? Maybe when you were younger and dreams had more color. You said you wanted to be someone, to go somewhere. You believed in a version of the future that made you smile while looking at the ceiling at night. But somewhere along the way, that clarity turned into fog. And now, you wake up, look at your phone, and scroll through lives that seem more purposeful than yours. You go through the motions, shower, dress, eat, work, but deep inside, you're whispering the question you can't say out loud. What do I even want anymore? Let me tell you something softly. You're not broken for not knowing. You're not lost beyond repair. You're simply in a space between versions of yourself, and that's okay. Life isn't always a clear path with neon signs and checkpoints. Sometimes it's a quiet hallway with flickering lights and no signs at all. And in that space, we wander. When you don't know what you want anymore, it can feel like standing at a train station, hearing the names of every destination over the speaker, but none of them sound like home. You think, should I go for money? Should I chase stability? Should I do what I used to love even if it doesn't feel the same? Or should I just sit here until something makes sense? Here's a gentle truth. Not knowing is part of knowing. Let that sit with you for a second. Every chapter of deep clarity in your life probably came after a period of confusion. Every powerful decision you've ever made likely started with hesitation. The stillness you feel now is not the absence of meaning. It's the soil, the ground before the seed, the inhale before the voice. You don't have to figure it all out tonight, or this week, or even this year. Instead, what if you simply paid attention to the things that feel light, the conversations that make you sit a little straighter, the topics that keep you up, not with anxiety, but with curiosity? Sometimes, the next version of you doesn't appear fully formed. Sometimes, it whispers through small preferences, little longings, quiet inclinations. Do you know what happens when you stop chasing certainty? You start noticing the truth. You might realize that some of your dreams were actually borrowed from family, from culture, from social media. You might see that the things you once wanted were survival tools, not passion. You might even feel grief, because it means you're finally shedding the shoulds and giving yourself space to wonder again. So tonight, don't force clarity. Don't pressure yourself to figure it out. Instead, just be. Listen to the gentle ache. Breathe with the uncertainty. Sit with your soul like you would sit beside a friend who's hurting, without fixing, just staying. Because you are not behind. You are not late. You are not drifting without a destination. You're resting. You're dissolving old identities. You're letting silence be your teacher. When you don't know what you want anymore, maybe the question isn't, what should I do? But rather, what part of me wants to be heard right now? Maybe it's the tired part, the disappointed part, the curious part, the tender part you buried to keep going. Let it speak. Let it breathe. Let it have its turn. Your path will find you again. Your wants will return, different maybe, but truer. Until then, let the quiet moments wash over you like gentle waves. You don't need to perform. You don't need to become impressive. You just need to be. And that's more than enough for tonight.